Okay, so hello everyone, we're playing more Limbus today. And we're continuing the story. Well, I actually kinda tried to pull some gacha. I didn't record it though, but I got the beginner banner, and from that I got this guy and this guy. Also her, and also this guy. That's basically it. So I guess let's go to the story. It won't let me to enter. Participant limit, okay. So you can select this guy, her, him, and her. Pardon me, I have a question. Don Quixote suddenly raised her hand. Shoot. Barely understood the first rule well. What is the second rule then? Really? Why are you so eager to learn that? Virgilius gave a cold stare to Yoshi and just lit her cigarette. She looked back at him with a peculiar face. Rule number 2. Don't lit up the bus floor with cigarettes. They leave burn marks. The bus falls silent again. Now wait a second. The bus shouldn't be this quiet. Where's the engine roar? Charon? Why aren't you speeding up? No food. My is hungry. Good. We could use something to lift the mood. Ever dropping by a gas station? The idea of Virgilius casually plugging a fuel nozzle into the bus like an average driver felt alien. Car needs fuel to run. Karen, try flashing the headlights a bit, like stage lights. Maybe it's dance timey. Wait, if you do that, we're effectively asking to be attacked. That appears to be the intent. Sorry? I could hear some slump to the bus side. Leave all your stuff behind, get off. You got 30 seconds. 10, 9... Hey, you skipped 20 of them. Well, say your prayers for the other 20. I'm surrounded by dollars left and right. What did you just say? How cowardly of them to ambush us. They must be villains without a shadow of a doubt. Alright, everyone off. And one more thing. You want them near death, not dead. Got it? Adjust the density of information on screen during combat. In the top right of the in-battle screen, there is a button to adjust the amount of information displayed. The 3 buttons will adjust the density to minimum, medium, and maximum, respectively. The maximum information display configuration, this is default setting applied when first starting the game. More information is shown comparing to other 2 settings. Details on keywords used in skills are shown as well. The medium information display configuration. In this setting, details on keywords used in skills will not be shown. Otherwise, it functions the same as the maximum setting. The minimum information display configuration. In this setting, information on effects and keywords of skills will not be displayed. Okay, so we can just use max 1. So... it doesn't matter really, right? Okay. Next wave.
다시 못 살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오.
Okay, we won. Who would have guessed?
고작 이 정도로 들떠한다면 예술가의 자격은 없는 거지.
Okay, normal story. Really like pre-battle story. So, do I have like I have an energy, right? Okay. Okay, let's go. Also, I can select 4 of them.
순수했던 나날로
With a guttural noise, the side of the bus lurches and splits open. A number of human shapes littered the ground before its maw. Some were still conscious, while others weren't exactly in one piece. Then the bus began devouring those served to eat in the most literal sense, gluttonously, voraciously. I don't know this word, to be honest. Ryushi watched it with satisfied expression, seemingly determined to savor every moment. So it seems that if I click, it displays the full text. While in the corner of my eye, Sinclair was clearly distressed. They all look like they're out of their minds, don't you think so too? His reaction got me curious to know their stories. Just to make sure, none of you were forced to join, right? Though what I was involved in before my head's changed is a mystery, I myself was practically forced to join the company, judging from what I know at the moment. And maybe they aren't so different from me, or so I thought, when Sinclair's head dropped in response, like I struck a nerve. That's right, it was by my choice. I'll get used to all this, right? He muttered as if he were talking to someone other than me. This is what I would have done even if the company recruited me not. Look, beyond art of evil approaches. But luck isn't magic cure for all problems. Deal take plus 25 damage. Okay.
피워보지. 흐드러졌구려.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지.
다시 못 살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오. 흐드러졌구려.
Seem to be doing alright. From what I can see.
피워보지. 다시 못 살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오. 개화하였구려. 이 순간을 어딘가에 담고 싶어.
Okay. I got to level 2. And we have more energy now. It's good. Oh, it actually like saves the previous energy I had before the level up.
실력 없으면 따라오지 마세요. 방해되거든요.
배부르게 밥을 먹은 지가 언제더라.
When was the last time I had a feast? Even a big blocky machine eats better than we do.
제공되는 식사.
Don't mind, all meals are provided with appropriately determined quantities.
그 정도 먹어서
It's not nearly enough to get me going. I thought I heard Heathcliff shout, "You think I'm doing this on a full stomach?" in the distance, but Rogers seemed to pretend she heard nothing. Speaking of, does this bus run on stuff like blood or protein? It's enkephalin, an energy source a lobotomy corporation treated. You mean the previous L Corp? I heard it produced energy using its singularity, though all that remains of the company now is rubble. That's right, which is why it's become a rarity these days. However, Mephistopheles is capable of forcibly extracting enkephalin from the body. The body? I posed the question, watching Otis give orders to the other sinners, then glance into the maw of the boss in turn. Correct. Enkephalin can only be extracted from the brain and the spinal nerves. It can be taken from live subjects for greater efficiency. So that's why Virgilius told the sinners not to kill the assailants. Okay, and why the rest of their body? Is what you're thinking? There is a point that their blood and flesh can also be processed into fuel. While enkephalin is used to generate ignition and thrust, the remaining organic matter is spent on maintaining speed, thus reducing enkephalin usage. Hybrid. Post went on to explain how most of the vehicle's fuel is taken from the branch facilities, and that it won't be a sufficient source on its own. But most of it went in one ear and out the other. Well, that's complicated. We got that it's tough work, at least. Don't mention it. Boss knows how to struggle. If anyone's doing the heavy lifting, it would be us. Hey, manager. But more incoming. Okay.
사냥 시작.
다시 못 살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지.
흐드러졌구려. 다시 못 살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오. 흐드러졌구려. 다시 못 살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오.
Still don't really get it, like how the battle system works.
어딘가에 담고 싶.
Besides that, like same colors is good. And I also need to like watch my skills. Stuff like that. Okay. Let's go. I can add another one. So, I don't know. Let's add him, maybe.
몸이 찌뿌둥하던 참이었어.
몸을 풀어두죠.
Hey, that's enough of that. We're expecting a guest anytime now. Julius said, poking his head out the window. A guest? Who? I've determined that we'll need a guide as this is our first trip to a dungeon. Excuse me, are you the people from Limbus company? Someone approaches us slowly. Looks like it. The bus had just about finished its meal, crunching on the last remaining bone chips. Yuri watched it indifferently before introducing herself. I'm Yuri, a former employee of the previous L Corp. I look forward to working with you. By L Corp, do you mean? Has to be Lobotomy Corporation. That's right. We'll explore the former branch facilities of Lobotomy Corporation, also called the old L Corp. If I were you, I wouldn't have taken part in this. Being a fallen wing and everything, I doubt your employment ended on pleasant terms. What are you on about? Any point in your life can be pleasant as long as you money to spend. I heard those places are still teeming with monsters to this day. Not monsters, abnormalities. The rumors are true either way, but there are more important matters. In the deepest reaches of these branches are now plastic plant-like growths holding the essence of L-Corp's technology. Dante, if you remember, I believe I offered to let you finish engraving our aspect a few days ago. With the essence, those golden balls in our hands, it'll be as easy as pie. The word aspect still makes my head ache. What was I trying to do? There is no need to rouse your brain trying to remember what you can't. It'll come back in due time. I returned a slow note to Faust. Faust's blessed advice. Alright, for now, I should focus on what I currently know and see. And if a Slabotomy Corp bears scouring, we might find some encaphalin too. Oh, does that mean we won't have to feed people into our vehicle? We could also grab some ego if we're lucky. That's 3 rats with 1 stone. Ego? That's another unknown term that makes my head tilt. But in any case, it seemed rather rude to keep talking to each other when we had a guest on board. And someone else seemed to agree. So, Miss Yuri, what you've been up to since the layoff? Gregor gave his best shot at making some conversation with a well-meaning smile to put the news passenger at ease. His brows seemed to twitch due to lack of practice, but it's no big deal. It appears to me that though an honorable fixer, it is said that all fixers exude the noble scent of Heres. As Yuri was nodding lightly, I heard Ishmael let out a deep sigh. I don't know who gave you that idea, but fixers are anything but noble and heroic. The only scent you smell is the miserable stink of wage slaves. It couldn't have been easy to find another job so soon. Good that you're holding up. For now, I'm just a contract worker. That explains why I decided to crawl on back there. Did they promise to promote you team leader or something if you struck gold in your former workplace? My contract might get extended if I return with the results. Right, a good result is something to risk your life for if you want to earn a permanent spot. And what if you tell Lyle that is... Hey, what's with the sarcasm? Is something a problem? I don't know, I have a problem with every single thing I'm hearing right now. Seemingly unaffected by the abrasive attitude, Yuri quietly took an empty seat. Looking back and forth between the two, Gregor returned to his seat as well, scratching his head. I can't seem to get used to being around these people. It will be beneficial for you to adapt to them sooner than later, Dante. Karen, time to go. Our guest has taken her seat. Memphis' thumb revived. Karen's raring to drive. Deal damage for them, okay, but not this one. Plus damage targets with higher max HP.
간다.
기다려. 아직 안 끝났어.
너냐?
예술이 뭔지 보여주자.
다시 못 살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오. 피워보지. 다시 못 살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오. 쾌화하였구려.
Okay, good.
이 순간을 어딘가에 담고 싶군.
So I did made like the XP objectives there. Now it costs me like 12 fuel instead of 8.
자, 바로 간다.
I can still play. And the level up is approaching. Sorry to ask, but if I have the map, how do you know what roads to take? Answerless, the bus keeps speeding anyway. We do have something to lead us. Intuition, Karen's intuition. What? Pinky hair, explain why you keep rubbing that old paper in Karen's face. Because I keep going in weird directions. Take a look at this map. Our destination is to southeast of here. Karen reluctantly gives the map a cursory glance, as she couldn't ignore the thing right in front of her eyes. Follow the heart. That's where the true path lies. Here, we all must follow, as our hearts lead. You're just admitting that you can't read the map. You took the words right out of my mouth. Yuri and Ismail put a palm over their respective faces at the same time, almost like they were in sync. Oh, did you try or make a new friend? Pinky keeps on blabbing. I know the way. No, I mean, you're going the wrong direction. Look ahead, more obstacles. Do a room? No, Caron, wait 1 second. Looky, nice bus you got there. Why don't you give me a ride? I guess Mephistopheles could use a helping of dessert. Get on down, it needs to be fed just a bit more.
키워보지.
기다려. 아직 안 끝났어.
힘내.
사냥 시작.
다시 못 살게 구는 일은 없을 것. 다시 못 살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오. 키워보지.
Okay, but I'm fine. I don't know like how long I will be like easily beating them, and when the actual thinking will start, you know.
흐드러졌구려.
I mean that's like every kind of like gacha whatever game. It's kind of easy at the beginning. Oh, like the story in this one is quite interesting.
다시 못 살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오.
I actually want to know what happens next.
쾌화하였구려.
Okay, we're almost level 3.
어딘가에 담고 싶군.
I got this. Bloody Scabbard used to purchase various rewards from the reward exchange menu. Okay. And another one. Whatever. To borrow. Now Karen, tell me, is this east or west? Karen only knows 2 directions, maybe front and back. How did you come so far with a driver who has 0 sense of direction? Karen, like I said, the sun rises from... At the driver's seat, 3 heads gathered together over a map. Well, one of them might have been at a slightly different evaluation from the others. Aren't you gonna join them too? I beg your pardon, I'm no child, and most certainly not a little. Watching Don Quixote shake her fist sky high, Troja, I noticed a bitter gaze fell upon them out of the corner of my view. Bitter gaze? Who's this? Is this Gregor? I'm starting to think that Yuri Gao might have put up with a rough childhood. Gregor turned around to take a glance in my direction, then shook his head and went back to looking at the driver's side with his chin resting on his hand. Wouldn't be the youngest side either. wouldn't be on the youngest side either. Some nests used to conscript anyone old enough to hold a knife. A nest was basically the center of a district, if my memory is correct. Sounds like nests used to get into wars with one another in the past. Did it happen often? Not frequently, but it sure as hell did happen. Interested in learning about wars, Manager Bud? Oh, I'm not really curious about the details. I just gathered info I should know as the manager. As I was about to go on, a glimpse of Gregory's expression I caught from the side stopped me in my tracks. His eyes seemed to be fixed somewhere far more distant than the driver's seat. Don't get me wrong, Manager Bud. I'm not trying to criticize you or anything. Heck, it's actually a pretty stand-up attitude for a boss, I would say. He slowly continued, taking a pack of cigarettes from his pocket. Still, ignorance is a gift you should savor while you have it, if you ask me. Once you're burdened with knowledge, there is no going back. With another word, he lit his cigarette. No, we should have turned right at that intersection. It's okay, Karen, we can turn around at the next junction. The boss of a driver. Well, looks like we have more pressing matters at hand. Ain't that right, Manager Bud? Gregor cackled with cigarette smoke still in his mouth. I was still curious to learn what he'd been through, but he's right that I should focus on the other things for now. An urgent matter showed up right before our bus-shaped doorstep, too. Enough squabbling now, more enemies inbound. Shove my pals in those with bus, you sick bastards, are you nuts? Oh, you pay for this. We were just gonna leave the bus, but now I've gotta see you all bleed. Berg, Few's making a fuss. Karen will get dizzy if many mouths are being noisy. Nothing to worry about, Karen. They'll shut their mouths soon enough. Of the bus.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지.
피워보지. 다시 못살게 구는 일은 없을. 다시 못살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지. 아름답게.
없을 것이오. 피워보지. 다시 못살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오.
Okay, let's look at the map again. Karen, can you please focus? Looking at the trio arguing over the map once again, a question arose in my mind. By the way, the bus was specifically made for Limbus company, right? It was made exclusively for us, to be more precise. Isn't that basically what I said? You appear to be failing to identify the nuance. That's weird, I don't think I spoke that part out loud. Is the clock broken or something? I can tell that much without hearing it verbalized. There is nothing that Faust doesn't know after all. Anyway, it might have taken a long while to get it out of the oven, especially with that mouth on the side. It only took the expected amount of time. She's downright oppressive to talk to. Faust is a well-renowned genius. She knows the ins and outs of the city. If you're so smart, why don't you help those twists at the driver's side figure out the way? Can't sleep a wink with their constant bickering. Faust is no meddler. She answers to questions, but doesn't she mean without being asked first. Additionally, there is no greater joy for a human being than to ponder on problems in order to grasp an answer. Faust would rather not spoil that delight. He wouldn't get it without his ponderate or menacing ever. I saw Heathcliff's grip on the bed tighten. However, with Virgilius casting a glare his way, he clicked his tongue as he crossed his arms and forced his eyes shut. I wonder why they're so vitriolic. Don't know this word. You and me both, Manager Bot? You and me both. With Gregor's sneakers, the bus started again. Okay, we're level 3 now.
그럴듯한 예술이라면 더 좋을 텐데 말이야.
혹시 저치들과 아는 사이야?
Greg, you know those balls? Balls? Give me a break. There is no way I would know someone in this corner of the back streets. Gregor's face goes dark the moment he looks out the window. Bugheads? Unlike the other miscreants we've run into, they were part insectoid. Gosh, Dante, thank goodness your head's shaped like a clock. I would have gagged if my manager was a huge bug. Isn't that the same type of argumentation you have, Gregor? They stitch disgusting insects' heads to their neck on purpose? Would it be better stay away? Would be better stay away. Wouldn't want to catch the pest. Eh? Eek? Just a joke. Does my sense of humor not fly with kids your age? While Gregor was left scratching his head, the bus made a languishing sound and came to a slow, deflating halt. In the past, G-Corp had procedures was G-Corp. So the Limbus company, so the lobotomy companies, G-Corp, had procedures on most employees to give them biomimetic weapons like the one Gregor has. You used to work for the old G-Corp, Gregor? The company must have been... Ishmael frowned if she remembered something unpleasant, but didn't speak further. Gregor bore a smile on his mouth, but his hardened eyes were resting downcast, just as a moment ago. I wonder, where do people like them sleep at night? For many, the sky is the roof over their head, and the stars are their firelight. Ah, so they're the poetic sort. I don't think that's what he meant. Unless my eyes deceive me, they're intent on obscuring our journey. Aren't you going to get off, Gregor? Care to explain why you're calling my name specifically? Who knows, I don't feel like rambling about someone else's past with my own tongue. Taking the lead, Gregor. Take the lead, Gregor. You know the reason. You're one nasty fellow. A group of soldiers with the heads of insects gathered near the bus. I'm not too fond of being in the vanguard. What are you? Why does your arm look like ours? Hold on, I've seen that face before. Mostly on flyers and magazine covers, I'd bet. Gregor, do you know them from somewhere? Not really important right now, manager. Don't think we have the time for reminiscing. That arm bothers me, but whatever. Point is, I can't let you through. Is that so? I suppose we can't talk this out. Why are they showing off their buggy sides out in the open anyway? They would make kids cry. Really ought to take some counseling lessons from our Gregor over here, right? I'm a special case. The procedure makes those buggy parts grow on the head most of the time. Although I'm not sure if I would consider myself lucky. It feels like they're trying to stop us from getting to the branch facility for some reason. Okay, I need some water. Are they after the golden ball too? Maybe so. There ought to be many that are after the essence. And I'm sure each has their own wishes. Isn't that true? What's that look for? I haven't gotten a clue either. Okay, so how do I know, like, they all seem to be effective, right? Like just to whatever I did before. Because like this, oh wait. So this will show me what next skills do I have, I think. Let's see.
흐드러졌구려.
No, this is not true.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지.
그 정도 각오로 우리 시
아름답진 않네.
다시 못 살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오.
Okay.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지.
다시 못 살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오. 개화하였구려. 이 순간을 어딘가에 담고 싶군.
And I'm almost level 4 by now.
길게 끌 거 없어. 바로 간다.
도착했다. 역시
We're here. Kara knew the way all along.
여기서는 무슨
No, you didn't. Sinclair and I had to steer you from both sides non-stop. I'm glad that at least you learned to tell the difference between southeast and northeast, Karen. So this is the old L-Corp? This is my first time seeing it with my own eyes too. It can't have been long since that happened. My goodness, how can a building be in such a derelict state? Nah, this is a surprising scene for our rich boy, is it? You cut the chatter. Time to step off. Huh? There are people over there. They're fixers from the same office as Miss Yuri. They're experienced explorers who have visited the branches of L-Corp a number of times. Give you greetings. The person on the left is Hopkins, and the one on the right is Aya. The red gaze. It's such an honor to meet you. I've heard so many stories of your deeds, and to see you in person. See the shabby warehouse there? That's where the stairs leading down to the branch facility are. From there, Yuri here will be your guide. Yeah. These fixers have been around a bit. Count on them to handle complications. That should be enough, yeah? This is as far as I can accompany you. I'll be waiting back at the bus. Huh? Wait, what? You're sorely mistaken if you expect me to babysit you forever, Dante. So you take a backseat in Idaho way all alone? If I get myself involved, the expedition would be a little too free of challenge, wouldn't it? It would turn into more of a tour. In other words, you want us to come back red, black and blue. That's the kind of line people with ulterior motives say. Think whatever you want. I've gotten your guides and everything, so do your best down there. Yes, I certainly won't disappoint you, Mr. Redgaze. I'll try my best, I think. So do we'll play as them now, or what? No, we won't. Okay.
키워보지.
계획인가요?
우리 식구를 건드렸다. 대답하주마. 흐드러졌구려. 다시 못살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오.
I still don't really get like what the third line means. Can like never select it. So like why is this even there?
사냥 시작. 사냥 시작.
다시 못살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오. 개화하였구려.
Okay,
이 순간
level 4.
뭔가에 닿고 싶군.
실력 없으면 따라오지 마세요. 방해되거든요.
단테.
Canto, a moment with me, please. While the team was busy exchanging greetings, Virgilius called me to his secluded place.
미리 말해두자면
Let me tell you in advance that they're only grade 8 fixers. Grade 8?
서열이
It means they're low rank drudges, errands being their main tasks. Use them for your benefit, but don't rely on them. I can't count on them to deal with everything for us, in other words. I nodded to let him know that I understood his point.
어쩌면
He might be the only one on the bus I can actually converse with. Well, best of luck, Dante. Julius pat my shoulder with a bitter smile before slowly making his way back to the bus. Back to the bus.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지. 기다려. 다시 끝나.
계신가요? 사냥 시작.
배고팠습니다. 다시
끝나?
못살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오. 다시 못살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오.
사냥 시작.
어떠냐?
흐드러졌구려. 그 정도 각오로 우리 식구를 건드렸나? 피워보지. 다시 못살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오. 다시 못살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오.
Okay. We're winning. Still.
개화하였구려.
I don't know like for how long
어딘가
this will be happening.
싶군.
Branch D 02. Difficulty level 7. And what's this? Difficulty level 5. So this is a raise in difficulty. I have enough. And Kathleen modules, would you like to assemble them? Okay. Confirm. During the final stretch of each chapter, you'll be exploring a dungeon branch facility of the former L Corp. Designate the identities who will enter the dungeon with you. You can't adjust your team once inside, so choose wisely. And when you're fully prepared, press the enter button. Okay, I mean, I can use all of them, right?
순수했던 나날로
So who cares? We entered the derelict building of Lobotomy Corporation. As the light goes dim, the dreadful stench from underground grows stronger. Huh? The smell, it's awful. I can't feel the waste collecting. I can feel the waste collecting in my lungs. The odor is so intense, it winds back to refreshing.
다시 한번 말씀드리지만
Let me warn you one last time. If you die here, Dante won't be able to resuscitate you even when the battle has finished. Resuscitate?
여행하는 게
Must be a popular joke or something. I can't even tell what kind of stories circulate in the city these days. They seem to have misunderstood us, but seeing as Faust made no comment on it, I decided not to add my input. The sources of this rancid smell were a more pressing concern. Looks like they probably died a while ago. An astute observation manager, the corpses have reached the stage of active decay. Looks like the bugs are having a feast over there. I mean, like, if they're like decaying corpses, isn't that poisonous to breathe in this stuff? I mean, you can die from that, right? Do they not like care at all? Or like, I don't know. It looks like the, okay, yeah, I read that one. Let's hurry. Something up, Gregor, babe? You're scared of bugs? Nah, I'm sure you're more mature than shoving dead bugs in someone's face. But just in case one of the... Put it away, what's so funny about this? I mean, it's hilarious. Who wouldn't have thought that you all people would be scared of these little wrigglers? Greg, did you hate it that bad? Forget it. You there. Stop with your mischief this instant. Do not cause additional concerns for our manager. Hold on. His body is still warm. Such is the sign of a recent attack. The gloom that had cast over Yuri's face cleared after absorbing the bodies for a minute. These aren't our, Lobotomy Corporation's employees. I heard this to bury something. Buried. I heard these buried facilities are considered pure gold mines now, attracting all sorts looking for riches. Phrases like the lobotomy dream and the encephaline rush are apparently starting to catch on among fixers and syndicates. LD, E-rush, got a nice ring to it. That's why I have to say, after keeping quiet for so long, in such a frivolous use of English, not prone to blurring the original meaning. That's what I'm... You seem to be talking a lot more than usual, Isan. Does that reflect strangely? He was never really the quiet sort. He only had a shift recently. It's not a bad thing to have more lackeys with keen eyes. I'd like you to keep that up. Let's march. You make yourself look like the captain here. I dare to say that role belongs to the manager. Please, forgive my insolence, manager. Frowning as though she were caught off guard, Oris bows to me as she apologizes. No, it's nothing. Let's head down. Most of the corpses' body parts were morphed in bizarre ways. One had pairs of wings protruding through their intestines, and another had horribly twisted antennae hanging down. This looked kinda similar to the thugs we ran into just before, don't they? I mean those bug-headed people? Quiet, I'm seeing uniformed tangas ahead. As others nodded, multiple figures could be seen down the corridor. Uniform? What's all that? Unidentified targets, possibly hostile. Unidentified targets, possibly hostile. I'm sure one idea crossed all of our minds. The enigmatic abnormalities that might be wrong in this facility, as Faust mentioned. It might be what those shadowy figures are. You have no choice but to face them. Hey, who goes there? Instead, what we faced was people. It was too early to deem that as fortunate though. I thought we were the only people around here. Did they slip past our team at entrance? Those scavengers keep coming one after the other. Oi, bugbears, our friends with the bodies back there. Bodies? You bastards didn't? Wait, I don't know where you come from, but hear me out a sec. You're here for the enkephalin, aren't you? If you go just one floor down, there is a treasure trove just waiting to be nabbed. Whatever's on that floor is yours. We'll take what we can here and be on our way. So you recognized me. The moment the soldier's eyes landed on Gregor's face, their thin veil of kindness was torn down. Traitorous peasant. You must have been dispatched to the front lines too. I look better in real life than on those flyers, right? Cut the cheeky crap. I'm disgusted that I once saluted to your face. Easy there, it's not like you had to salute me in person. Well, you posed as a normal member of society thanks to your Dambas privilege freeing you from the side effects. Never even got a chance, you fraternizer. You were thrown away right after the war was lost. I was tossed all the same, you know? Isn't that how it is for all the soldiers? So this is the lifestyle you choose? Rifling through the trash like actual bugs? No good can come out of down in your fall. You served the military too. I know where this is going. We are not getting out this without a fight. We were planning to let you through, we really were. But now I'll mince you and your traitor friend into mud meat. Like hell you were. You were gonna wait for us to climb back up with the enkephalin so you could backstab us and swipe it. Wait, were they? They fell into rock bottom and below, and I swear down there don't care a whit for honor. Well or broke, people turn on each other as long as there's something. You are way too naive to think otherwise. Dungeon structure. The goal is to reach the last section of the bottom floor and retrieve the golden ball. The dungeon consists of multiple floors, each rife with events and encounters. Clear the sector at the end of the floor to proceed to the next. Each sector is connected to one or more paths. You can travel to adjacent sectors by selecting them. It's possible to retrace your steps so feel free to explore where you want first. Sinners don't heal after battle well in dungeons. Sinners with 0 HP are unable to participate, so keep track of their status. Reaching a checkpoint will allow you to fully restore your sinners. After losing a battle, you can reattempt it from the start with whatever living sinners remain on your full team. Okay, so I'm here. And I need to go here, right? Let's go here. Enter. So we select our best guys. Okay. 1, this, and this, and also. And he was here also, no? Okay. Yes, let's select her. Paint is glad. Last. So they all have this affinity, which is gluttony.
빨리 끝내고 밥 먹으러
Okay, let's go. Split evil. Hit inflict. One bleed at 50% chance.
금방 다녀올게.
아름답진 않네.
대답하주마. 다시 못 살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오. 그 정도 각오로 다시 못 살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오.
Okay, we won. To get something? Gregor lights his cigarette and takes a drag, followed by smoke streaming out of his mouth.
다른 보안업체에
They'd have fared better than this if they got a job at security company or something.
평생을 군인으로
Spent their entire lives as soldiers. The changes required for them to start a new life must have been overwhelming.
그리고
You have no idea how stubbornly the stigma of the fallen wings remnants will haunt you.
구두발이라도
When anyone's generous enough to take you in, licking their boots is the least you can do. Oh, sorry about that. Should have chosen my words carefully.
아니에요.
No, it's fine. I'm sure things were rough with G-Corp's fall, too.
날개가 부러진다는
So breaking of a wing is a turbulent affair for many people. So I can go there, go there.
그럴듯한 예술이라면 더 좋을 텐데 말이야.
Let's clear everything. Let's see what it will give us.
대답하주마. 흐드러졌구려.
사냥 시작.
다시 못 살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오.
And there is only one wave for each of them. And I don't seem to sustain any like actual damage. Or so it would seem. There is a story on that one. Let's read it then. Okay. Look isn't magic cure will have problem just charging brilliantly, okay? And they all have a lot of health points. Does it really matter?
피워보지.
How with this?
괴로우신가요?
꺼냈다. 맛있는 거 준비해줘, 산태.
대답하주마.
괴로우신가요?
꺼냈다. 맛있는 거 준비해줘,
아름답진
산태.
않네.
That's all. No story time. No story. Okay. Go there now. Negative affinities, well, there, who cares?
실력 없으면 따라오지 마세요. 방해되거든요.
Edges such as these require more meticulous hands and approach than other enemies. Regardless of these, enemies is called focused encounters. In regular encounters, we gave commands to sinners by changing skills from left of the dashboard to the right. In focus encounters, however, you must select the sinner's skill icon and chain them directly against the abnormalities skill slots. Let's perform a hand-on exercise. Select a skill from the leftmost column dashboard. Chain the selected skill icon to the entity skill slot. Please press the gear on the left if you would like to zoom out and view the entire battle. Once I've selected and connected every available skill to the enemy's skill slots, the gear on the right will activate. Then you can proceed to the combat phase. Okay. So just like so it's kind of, okay, wait. Can do this like this one. What happens like if I attack all at once this guy and then start?
뭐지? 다 흐드러졌구려.
Okay, we killed one of them. Oh wait, we don't. So I can't actually do it like this. You get it like actually think or what? Part broken, whatever, so well, some thinking is required. Abnormalities often have multiple parts that can be targeted. Speed displayed above their skill slots. Other parts. Abnormalities often have multiple parts that can be targeted. Each part will use skills from the skill slot assigned to them. Skill slots speed is the same as the speed of the part using them. Speed determines the order of action in encounters. Unlike the regular encounters, you can select which enemies to target and focus on encounters. You can use sinners with higher speed values to force enemies with low speed values to target them instead. Sinners with higher speed values can force abnormalities with lower speed values to target them instead, resulting in a clash. Abnormalities with lower or equal speed values cannot force abnormalities with higher speed value to target them. Chaining the skill of a slower sinner to a faster abnormality will cause them to conduct an unopposed attack instead of clashing with the abnormality. Sinners that are targeted by an abnormality's skills, however, can use their skill to clash with the abnormality's skill that targets targeting them. In such case, speed is not a relevant factor. I understand that hands-on experience might be the best way to learn. For now, simply keep in mind that sinners with higher speed values can redirect attacks from enemies with lower speed values to themselves. Sinners with higher speed values can force abnormalities with lower speed values to target them instead. This will lead to a clash marked by yellow arrows between the sinner and the abnormality. Sinners with lower or equal speed values cannot force abnormalities with higher speed values to target them. In such case, the sinner will conduct an unopposed attack. Okay, I kinda get it. Sinners that are targeted by an abnormality skills can use their skill to clash with the abnormality skill that targeting them. In such case, speed is not a relevant factor. Like you don't need to do anything with this guy, even like they all target like her, right? I can probably maybe do this. I don't know, probably shouldn't actually. Do this and do this and do like this. I feel like leftovers, just put them to whatever.
금방 다녀올게.
괴로우신가요?
흐드러졌구려.
Okay. They didn't counterattack me. And leftovers go there.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지.
다시 못살게 구는 일은 없으시오.
전 처음 봐요.
I've never seen those before.
모른다고?
You don't know? Hopkins' face quickly turned into gold brown. It was in such stark contrast to the face he showed before Virgilius. I shuddered in fright. No, well, don't you know why we bothered to let a fallen wing's feather into our office? To deal with the request taking place in our core branches more safely. Exactly, I didn't even expect much from a lower-ranked agent. To just two simple jobs, lead the way and tell us how to deal with those abnormalities or whatever. Now look, what do you expect us to do with just, oh no, I've never seen those before. Push, Hopkins, feeling hungry? Hangry? Take it easy. If they're in fact new to Miss Yuri, then this might be another type of entity derived from abnormalities. Perhaps a new species. That corporation must have had every specimen in their confines either. Must not have had every specimen in their confines either. Yuri, there is no reason to lambaste yourself for neglecting to remember what you were never taught. Thank you, sir. What they're to argue about, all that matters is we beat them to death, right? Give the word, and we'll do it.
순수했던 나날로.
Okay, so we now kinda know how to do with those focused encounters. So I kinda wanna target those, I think.
다시 못살게
Okay.
구는 없을 것이오.
기다려. 아직 안 끝났어.
키워보지.
그 정도 각오로 우리 식구를 건드렸나?
Now everything goes there.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지.
역시
Impressive. I expected no less from the Red Gaze
능력도
minor minions.
수어라고?
What did you say?
아이고.
Oh boy, there goes Hopkins again, being clumsy with his tongue. I'll apologize on his stead.
그런데 왜?
What's taking you so long, though, Hopkins? Hammer is acting up again? I'm not. Do know what you mean. Hopkins got up after a bit of dawdling. His pockets were laden with something, but I decided not to bother pointing it out. Let's do this one.
그럴듯한 예술이라면 더 좋을 텐데 말이야.
So they target this guy, two of them in fact. Okay, so this should be good. And I should do this and do probably this one. Okay, good.
시작.
그 정도 각오로 우리 식구를 건드려.
Okay, this one is staggered. Probably finish off this guy. Right.
사냥 시작.
다시 못 살게 구는 일은 없을 것 같습니다.
Get more story. No, we don't. Checkpoints. You can find checkpoints as you explore the dungeon. Your sinners will fully heal their HP and reset their SP upon reaching one. When all of your sinners die, you'll be brought back to your last checkpoint. Do know that progress made beyond said checkpoint will be reset as well. Okay, so safety. Well, I suppose this place is as good as any. As I opened the door, Faust suddenly stood before me. Dante, close your eyes and look for the glimmer hiding in the dark.
너무 찬란하지도 않고
More water.
은은하게 드러나고 있는 진리의 별말이에요.
Find the faint star of truth, twinkling gently. The star? This one won't hurt, right?
저를 찾는 것만이라면
It shouldn't cause you any pain since you're simply locating it. Something about the way Faust put that bothered me, but I decided to trust her and block my sight.
다시 눈을 뜨면
When you open your eyes, what seemed to be so far away
당신과 눈을 맞추고 있어.
will shine right into your vision. That's beautiful. That light, is it only visible to me?
아니요.
Not quite through you.
눈에서
Now all of us can see it.
전전이 아니지만
Even though we're inside a dungeon, we can now reap the benefits of your ability through the star.
얼른
Can you please hurry up with the clock then? I think I dislocated my shoulder.
울린다고요?
The clock? It wasn't just for show. That's not all it does. They have a really neat power. You should come and take a look, Yuri. Will no one recognize the band, Yuri? Okay.
빨리 끝내고 밥 먹으러 가자고.
Ah, that felt real good. I'm down here. What an amazing clock you've got. I haven't seen that technology anywhere. It has to be on the level of a singularity. What wind could be responsible? Hopkins greedily stared in my head. I really tried to ignore it, but looking at his stuffed pockets again...
단테,
Dante, why are you clutching your head like that? Nothing.
파우스트야.
Miss Faust, can you manage not to restore the lives of our guys using the clock's power?
시계는
The
수간
clock will only work for us, sinners. Ah, gee, I thought that's for the better. Imagine you're dragged right back to life with a gaping hole in your stomach. Wouldn't that suck?
아니다.
Nah, you know what, you're lucky if a hole is punching your gut. You'd be gone in seconds. Huh, wait. A hard tentacle erupts from the wall and penetrates Aya's abdomen in an instant. All units, prepare for battle.
내가 말했지.
What did I tell you? I've always been a lucky girl.
이미 절명했어.
Life has departed. Come now. You have to keep it together, especially in times like this, yeah? But
일반적인 공격이
the attack is under an unusual form.
상처일 가능성이
Likely that we're facing an abnormality. Manager, your command, please. I felt pity for Yuri. She looked at Aya's corpse and then back to us with tears. Nevertheless, Yuri, Hopkins, and Aya. It's all three I can't revive. You have to fight now if you don't want any more casualties. Wise decision, Manager.
째까기는 소리가
You can make sense of that ticking? Otis gave Hopkins a fiery glare, but soon reminded herself of her priorities and breathed in to shout. It's the manager's order, Luckies. You will surround the enemy information. The target is the uniform ahead.
그런데
To be honest, I'm not sure if you can say that thing has a form. Slowly encroaching vines, followed by the shadow of a figure that looked to be several times taller than a human. It was approaching, begetting fright unlike any foe we've faced up until now. You may find abnormalities with multiple parts in the dungeon you explore. In such cases, each part will have different resistances and passives, and use different skills. The Abnormality Encyclopedia. The encyclopedia records information on abnormalities and their parts. By nature, the encyclopedia starts out incomplete. The more you find an abnormality, the more its entry will be bent. After enough encounters, its observation level will go up. Higher observation levels can increase the damage you deal. Okay, so this goes like there. Wait. So this is like this guy, it's like her. Okay. The target's also like this guy. And this guy. And he also targets him. Okay. And the last one. You're here, right?
금방 다녀올게.
Okay, continue. So he targets who exactly? Like 3 go there. Alright. Still have to cancel one out. Let's go there.
뭐지?
Do I like receive additional experience for clearing out the like additional rooms? During Fox encounters, you may occasionally be tasked to make key decisions. These require you to choose a scenario or an action based on your current situation. An normality response may vastly differ by the choices you make, so choose wisely. Checks. Checks presented by abnormalities have required sin affinity and threshold to pass. Choose a sinner with the right affinity for a higher likelihood of success. The abnormality will react differently depending on your choice and its results. Passing the check usually gives you benefits, and failing it burdens you with disadvantages. A heart torn into thousand pieces must be kept from all eyes, thus it burrowed into the ground and tangled itself. Yet someone has to pull up these thorny roots, and there is no wound that can remain unearthed. The sinners gave each other looks. Being coiled in piercing sharp pain was something to avoid even in one's dreams. The dry earth must be upturned, which sinner was up to the task. Okay, so this guy seems to be good. But there's more coins. Okay, let's go. Their hands were the tools of others. The sinner realized that while the injury may heal, distrust might take deep root in their heart. The effects of entangling roots expired. Thank you for showing me such a moment.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지.
Okay, no defense that. This one's actually pretty low. Souls this one. Let's finish it.
키워보지. 필요하신가요?
기다려. 아직 안 끝났어.
One should go there. One should go there. One there, and like others. So like here maybe, and here.
키워보지.
그 정도각으로 우리 식구를 건드렸나.
Okay, so on the two left, and all other go there.
금방 다녀올게.
필요하신가요?
뼈가 봤습니다.
Okay, we did one.
뭐야?
So what? That was it?
현성체는
I heard abnormalities were supposed to be so powerful that even suppressing them is a dangerous task.
포트 억제력 때문이야.
It's a clip-hot deterrence in action. Clip-hot.
뭐?
Coffee pots?
환상체들을
A force that weakens abnormalities. Its original purpose is to safely supervise them in containment.
황금가지로 회수할
As we
수
continue our assignment and collecting more golden balls, the deterrence will weaken as well, although this was a simple battle. Later on, one of them might take our lives, more than 100-fold to handle it. That's a terrifying thought. Where did Scorps go anyway? I'm pretty sure that attack did it in.
분명 숨통은 끊어졌으니까.
It was felt without a doubt, all thanks to your exceptional command manager. It couldn't have disappeared into the sky.
혹시 관리자님이
Brilliant insight as always, manager. Such possibilities cannot be ruled out. If the tough-looking ceiling above has not a thing to you two,
이쪽을 보세요.
over there. Listlessly, Yuri pointed at something. The shock of losing Aya must have shaken her badly, but seeing her hold her own and keep her head up, I felt I should let her be and follow along with her for a while. Is that an egg?
상체의 핵이군요.
The core of normality, when suppressed via appropriate measures, it will be reduced to this condensed ovate form,
그리고 부화할 거예요.
and it will hatch once enough time has passed here. Hatch? You've got to be joking.
이것들이
You mean those things won't die?
한 상체는 죽지 않아요.
Abnormalities simply cannot die. It's one of the factors that contributed to Elbcorp's massive energy production.
상태의 핵을
As an employee, my job was to put the core back in its containment unit. Now things have changed. What can we do before this egg hatches?
림버스 컴퍼니에는
Limbus company has a department dedicated to dealing with abnormalities like this. They'll retrieve them for us. Right, was it the after team? I remember hearing about them during orientation.
그럼 시간 끌지
What's stopping you from killing them now? The transmission device isn't Mephistopheles.
너무 걱정.
Figures. No need to worry, once we have the golden ball, we'll return whether we like it or not. Went down the floor.
이곳을 다시 오게 될 줄 몰랐어요.
I didn't think we'd come back here.
대체적으로 로보토미즘
Most of the Lobotomy Corporation's facilities consist of multiple floors,
각자
and each floor is expected to be occupied
체계들이 존재할 거예요.
by an abnormality mark in its domain. Seriously? There is more of them? So where do you figure all that info about what we will face and stuff?
포스트는
Faust knows it all.
안내소는
The guy said the before team does reconnaissance in advance. So you only know that because you have ties to the staff.
틀린 말을 하진
I never claimed otherwise. Anyway, this means we should expect a great threat on every floor.
등 뒤에 적을 두고서
It would be
전진하는
idiotic to advance into the unknown without making sure that we're clear of danger in at least one direction, leaving us with no choice but to take them down as we go.
파우스트가 할 말을
Took
아삭거렸네요.
the words right out of Faust's mouth.
말하지 않도록
Is it not a splendid thing to be able to convey your intentions before they have been verbalized? Dante, it's time to see the star. I'm your manager, not a scapegoat, you know? For the first 3 turns of battle, inflict 2 bind on all enemies. Okay. Okay.
순수했던 나날로
Another veteran appeared in the dark, carrying a depressed aura. His sparkling old badge seemed to signify a high rank once held. Manager Gregor? I think I remember the face of yours, but why? I was the leader of your team. Not only did you desert us, but now you have the audacity to take the lives of your old comrades, my subordinates. Look, the war ended a decade ago, but I guess some folks still haven't let go of their obsolete ranks. Ended? Nothing has ended. Nothing has ended, damn it. The war may have been over for you when you deserted G-Corp, but we are fighting for our lives on the battlefield to this day. As much as I didn't want to relate to you this way, I'm not really that different here. Then you ought to understand, Gregor. There is one verdict that awaits deserters. You say that like it means something, but it's against company policy to carry out summary executions for personal revenge, my head manager.
대답하주마. 그 정도 각오로 우리 식구를 건드렸나?
피워보지. 다시 못살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오.
꺼냈다. 맛있는 거 준비해줘, 단테.
대답하주마.
아름답진 않네.
다시 못살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오.
Perhaps the time this ex-soldier spent off the battlefield was long enough to rust his prowess. The head manager, who must have defeated countless enemies in his glory days, was now nearing his own end. You were once well respected, Gregor. I never really asked for respect. Don't proceed any further, only hell awaits you. Sorry, but I don't think I can follow your advice. I ought to be a go-getter if I don't want to be fired. Have you abandoned your honor for some pittance? I sold it away long ago, right with my meadow. Landlord couldn't wait for rent any longer. A bitter smile appeared on the head manager's face. You are not different from us. In the end, we're nothing but disgusting pests. Took a few more shallow breaths, then ceased to move. Hey, mind if I borrow a cig? Just this once. Gregor put the borrowed cigarette next to the one he already had in his mouth, then lit it and tossed it to the chest of the deceased commander. Sorry, didn't want to share mine with that thing. Yoshi gave a snort. The smoke from Gregor's cigarette lingered with the prevailing silence in air for a short while. Okay.
그럴듯한 예술이라면 더 좋을 텐데 말이야.
이곳부터는 폐장병들이
There appear to be no more signs of the ex-soldiers from this point onward. The commander did warn us not to go further. As we proceeded, we discovered bodies that seem to have been there for quite some time. These are our corpse employees. I see traces of blunt instrument. All the bodies share them, in fact. A management report. This document contains instructions for keeping abnormalities in check. Normally, employees tasked with catering to abnormalities memorize the instructions to the point of reciting them flawlessly. They don't usually carry notes like this. I dare suspect that no remaining employees have the necessary information when an abnormality breached. If the X weren't moved into containment yet, that could be the case. There are way too many corpses here. What kind of abnormality could have massacred all these employees? Wait, what's this smell? You see, your office purchased an expensive device the other day. What are you on about? Sources suggest that toxin levels started to rise after a certain floor. Ah, I've been bleeding from my ears a bit. Is this okay? No butthole is without adverse. I was told that continued exposure to it may cause bleeding like that. Are so fine though. It's the anti-abnormality gas grenade supplied to employees. One must have gone off somewhere between the bodies here. True, the toxicity levels do appear to be intense around this area. Hopkins had put a gas mask before we noticed. And now what about us? We weren't granted any additional supplies. You sleepy rat. You knew all this time. You're not getting away with it. Heathcliff stopped mid-sentence and fell to one knee. Your blood flow will quicken if you're agitated. In other words, the toxin will spread faster. Try to remain calm, minimize movement, and breathe at regular intervals. Hopkins, why cough? Why didn't you tell me about this? Oh, I've got a question for you too, Yuri. Why would you make our office waste our precious funds on expensive gadgets for that weight like you to use? If you're being real, it's a miracle that you managed to join us in the first place. Maybe I took pity and gave you special treatment, but she's gone now, so who cares? Nikki Blyther. Is that how you want to live? Don't be silly. Everything's fair game for a fixer. Hearing that the Red Gates had company tickled my curiosity, but as it turns out, you were just a bunch of ragtag lunatics who thought it would be a good idea to walk straight into these facilities with their prep. What a sick joke. Can't do anything but watch. Feeling the ire towards him, Hopkins backed away and scurried to the exit. Well, at least I managed to grab an armful of enkephalin thanks to you. I write in my report that you all went missing, was suffocated to death. It's just too embarrassing. But Yuri slumped to the floor, watching blood pour from her nose to her hand. And she's not the only one. Rhodia, Heathcliff, and the other sinners are suffering from blood loss too. Gregor? I took this with me so you could have something to remember her by. He was holding the same type of gas mask the one Hopkins wore. Why? Her Taya gave you special treatment, didn't she? This is as good as yours then. For our unprepared band of lunatics, we do have a way out, don't worry about us. Coughing up blood, Yuri put on the mask. I know he's right. I know earning recognition from an office of strangers is a hard thing to do, even if I take on all kind of errands day and night. There were only 3 minutes left until the branch was locked down. Initiating side burial. The doors were about to close on me. Energy transfer is 85% complete. Yuri, don't leave me behind, Yuri! What else I'm supposed to do? Is it so wrong that I survived? Should I have been buried alive alongside my coworkers? And the whole building was going under. Also, the abnormalities won't escape. It is a sin, it is down here. This stings a little. Standing astounded, I snapped back to reality and checked on the sinners. Half of them had already passed away on the floor, and Ishmael had dropped just after she said her last words. A sin? So what, buddy? You've got to live on like it's nobody's business. Laying guilt on yourself over spilled milk will wear your heart out. So like they all die, and I guess Dante isn't affected by the toxin or whatever. With Gregor drawing his last breath, Yuri and I became the only surviving members standing in the area. Don't worry too much about us. I can take them back there and revive them. I knew mechanical ticking was all Yuri could hear, but I did my best to communicate my message to her nonetheless. I know. Yuri ended the conversation with not a word after. After a long period of awkward gloom, toxin gas finally dispersed. Looks like it's okay now. Oh yeah. I'll give you a hand. Let's go bring people back to life. Saying that, Yuri took the gas mask off and calmly carried the sinners on her shoulders one by one. Unsure what to say to her, I remained quiet. Okay. So I need to select right now, yes.
사냥 시작.
Okay. This goes there, there, and there.
금방 다녀올게.
배가 봤습니다.
아름답진 않네.
Okay, next one.
몸을 풀어두죠. 배가 봐주마.
기다려. 아직 안 끝났어.
Like the yellow ones seem to deal more damage. Something like that. Let's check this out. Okay, so this gives me bonus. Also this. This one, not really.
금방 다녀올게.
아름답진 않네.
다시 못 살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오.
So I need to check for bonus damage. So let's see. Will this abnormality is responsible for killing all the employees? I doubt that. If my guess is right.
정답을 주시하십시오.
Keep your right ahead, manager. There is another one of them. The humanoid wearing the head of a statue was sitting against the wall.
안녕.
Hi, are you here to draw your loot?
사원
Lot. Gather all your IDs and give them to me, and we'll find the winner. Its hand was barely grasping onto the strap of an employee ID card. Alex was the name written on it. Alex? Gone nuts, hasn't she? And what's that babble about winners? Some abnormalities demanded regular offerings. It's part of the managerial guidelines.
그쪽으로 가면
You shouldn't go that way. They'll find you.
그리고 결국
And the offering happened, didn't it?
네가 뽑을
It's your turn to draw. Offering.
하지 않은
What happens if human sacrifice is made?
그건 몰라요.
They never found out. They followed every procedure without fail.
탈출해서 닥치는
I guess it escaped and started killing people left and right. Abnormality must have been one spineless bugger. Does it walk victims in the back of their head?
그게
What do you mean? Did you all get trapped in the ironwood? Those wounds were clearly left by humans. You can tell they were beating the shit out of each other.
저 등신들은
Those stickers killed each other in a fight. But for what reason? It's clear as day. Probably figured they could survive a while even after the branch was buried.
꾸준히 사람을 받
Keep offering folks from time to time, and the rest might get rescued one day.
뽑기로 몇 달은 버텼겠지.
Guess they kept loads going for a few months. It was the safest way. They had to keep in to keep the thing in check.
근데
Problem though,
그걸
you
희생해서
think the one picked as the fall guy would gladly accept his fate?
내가 죽을 바엔 눈앞에
If I was them, I'd rather strangle the bloke next to me.
그럼 적어도
Better than them than me, ain't that right? And the rest is history, I bet.
그러다
And the
마지막
last survivor put on those stone masks belonging to the statue heads,
대신 공양을
believing that it will save her from being sacrificed.
그럴 리가 없어요.
Can't be.
알렉스는
Alex wouldn't kill others just so she could live.
그걸 네가 어떻게 알아?
How do you know that?
저놈이 진짜
Can't even be sure if that's actually Alex or not.
한 가지
Let me give you a tip.
그들이
You'd be much better off going on your own foot before they come take you.
이만 떠나지.
Let's be on our way. This person will perish before long. While everyone else moved along, you remained in place and continued to stare down the statue-clad individual.
잘못이 아니야.
It wasn't your fault. You know it's not, right?
잘 두고 가.
Leave me behind, Yuri. Please, leave me. Time to go. They're rummaging through corpses, looking for something. Relentless demands for an offering ring in the ears. They look like they might jump us at any second. You see a damn person nearby, gasping for air. Should you offer this person up, or... Okay, let's do the combat encounter. And offer the person. Angered by your inaction, the Glados attacked you. Win the next battle to gain Ego Gift, Bloodied Mask of a Devotee. Okay, commence battle.
그럴 때
Go to battle.
이라면 더 좋을 텐데 말이야.
Okay, so those are good, like the yellow ones, and blue ones also. And this one can go, I don't know, there maybe.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지.
It doesn't matter really, still gonna die anyway.
피워보지.
Okay. Beat it. Cafeteria. Save team. And then let's go to not even the final battle. Like what?
풀어두죠.
I think that's gonna be all for today. I'm so tired of this. Okay, so we have this and all of this, and so just cute, right? I probably should like be careful and do additional damage.
대답하주마.
다시 못 살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오.
And Martha looks upset. Okay. So... okay. We should just attack it. Right. This will give us bonus. This will give us bonus. Also this one here. Probably here.
금방 다녀올게.
I don't think we should attack the minions. You probably can resurrect them anyway.
그 정도 각오로 우리 식구를 건드렸네.
Should be able to take the damage. Okay, that sucks. Who cares? Just gonna damage it. With all the power we can muster.
비워보지.
I mean, those do deal like noticeable amounts of damage.
독학으로 우리 식구를 건드렸나?
But I hopefully can tank it. Sense a dangerous glow. Really, who cares? Just all goes there and it dies. I got a stagger on my guys. What the fuck?
금방 다녀올게. 불꺼냈다. 맛있는 거 준비해줘, 단테.
Okay, I didn't win.
2층에는 유독 구더기.
Floor is crawling with maggots. The bugs aren't so bad after the last floor's abnormality. Don't want anything like that ever again. Sure, Greg would be glad to hear that. Aren't you, buggy buddy? But Gregor wasn't paying attention to Roger. Don't you all hear something? You've been hearing a constant growl. Roger, are you really that hungry at a time like this? Hey, you're supposed to let that kind of stuff slide. Please, girl. No, not like that. It's like... For the first time on the expedition, Gregor walked ahead of the group and opened the door next to him, as if by some compulsion. Wait, that's a containment unit. It's like that time. No, the door was already open. Gregor gazed into the shower of golden light pouring from the room. Gregor, did we travel back in time? I see an overcast sky. Cries and screams twist and ring out at the distance. And in that sky, gunfire and artillery create a cacophony. Isn't clear enough this is the battlefield, heart of it. Am I dreaming? Or a nightmare? Why here again? So why the hell are we in a bloody battlefield? Is this a trap or something? No, we are on the right track. The essence of the technology we are looking for is not far from here. You mean the golden bow? Correct. Do you recognize when this was? Anyone with functioning eyes should know at a glance. I actually don't. I confessed. It's obvious that you wouldn't recognize this manager. Don't have eyes that fit conventional definitions. Was that the best excuse I have? Otis cleared her throat as if to mask her embarrassment, then turned her narrow gaze to the battlefield. Judging from the colorful wave of garish flags showing off the factions in play. This is at least 7 days into the smoke war. This concludes briefing manager. Suddenly, there was a strong tug at Heathcliff's coat from behind. Are you out of the lights? You need shelter now. You'll age rapidly if you're exposed to the bomb's blast. The outpost next to ours turned into a nursing home. They can't even walk without sticks. Who the hell are you? Why do you act like you know us? Oh, Manager Gregor, my respects, sir. The avenged man snapped to draw attention and saluted Gregor as soon as he saw him. You wouldn't recognize me, sir. I'm Toma from Biomimetics Maintenance. I thought you were part of the front unit. I didn't expect to find her here at the back. Are you on your way to the front? I could help you get there, since the augmentation on my legs allowed me to jump. That sounds gross. Toma looked at Rodia with suspicion. What did you just... Hey Toma, so you're an assistant manager or regular staff? Sir, yes, I am an assistant private, sir. You see, she's a new hire who had her procedure not too long ago, so still getting over the confusion, you know. I'll give her a good talking to. Oh, I get it. Our corporation must be getting desperate, sending unprepared employees to battle. Yeah, we're sorry for the trouble. I gotta take her somewhere real quick. More water. Gregor practically yanked himself out of the conversation and hurriedly walked to Faust. Just what's going on, Faust? These my memories. Were in fathoms of your ego, to be precise. An open path in your psyche. In other words, you've entered your heart and mind, Gregor. Ego gift gap. The first of battle inflict 1 burn on all enemies 5 times. Okay, I think yes, I think that's all for today. I'm tired, to be honest.
저물어가는 동안
So I guess
서 있을 뿐.
thank you for watching. And what's what for me? Can I complete something? Okay. So anyway, what I was talking about. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.